So again, the part I'm going to redo, I'm going to demo this part again, and I'm going to use the grid as my friend to help me get through this. So I went over 3, down 1, down 1, down 1. So I knew I would be 3 inches this way, right? With me so far?
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm going to use the corner here. And if I go into here, it's going to be too much. So I just come right about here. Notice that that's 1 inch high. Click and drag a curve.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to see how I'm lining up the grid. So that's in alignment with the other one. Click and drag the curve.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to click this position. Okay. And then I'm going to create an axis. Those axes are going to be my datums, of which I'm using to measure from. And then I'm going to create this hole. Over here. Before I auto constrain it, step 1 is to do any dialog box geometrical sets first. And the ones I need to do, turn off the circle, is to get these two tangent to each other first before I do any auto constraints. Since I'm going to make this part symmetrical, if I create this and I draw it symmetrical, it will keep those holes symmetrical about my axes. And then if I create a constraint from this point to this center line, because CATIA can't dimension to the point so good, I can dimension that later, change that value anytime I want later, okay? If I give it a little bit of help and dimension those points and I build this thing symmetrical, when I highlight this and auto constrain it, and I select, I select these two elements as my datums, that's my reference elements, and this part as my symmetrical line. This will only work if I draw it symmetrical. Then I can stack dimension it, say OK, apply this line and this line here as my anchors, remove this parallel, this vertical, and this horizontal. That part is fully constrained. It's just that easy. Alright, so you go ahead and give that a try now.
Okay.